All right, let's get the show started.
Tracy Cortez modeling the new Fight Kids.
There you go. This is your first show with the new kids.
Salieron bien padre. They're so cool. Details. Look at that. So cool. Noche UFC. Let's go.
Gracias.
Hats off to the better man who won tonight. The better man won tonight. You know, that's kind of what these are. You get your opportunity to perform that night at that moment. And in that moment, Sean Strickland was a better fighter. And so with Eugene Behrman coming up there and saying it, yes, giving him maybe next week, there's a couple of tweaks you could have changed. Maybe you'll come out with a different result. But I think that's part of the issue. You know, I never want to say, because as a fighter, I never want to really say what another fighter should do, because for years, a lot of people tried to tell me what I should do. And, you know, I defied the odds each and every time. So for Izzy, I think the activity might be a little too much. Izzy has been fighting a lot. Between when I was champion, myself, Izzy, we were fighting for, you know, quite a few pay-per-views. So I think Izzy's at a point where I think he could, you know, just take a little break. And I think he can make the necessary adjustments to be able to come out there and win that fight. Because if you go back to the previous fight with his previous foe in Alex Pereira, I mean, 3 losses to this guy in a row. I think that right there was an even bigger test, because after you've lost 3 times to this man and twice by stoppage, hey, you start to think yourself, like, am I able to get this job done?
TotalsPortal.com has released an estimated fighter salary count for UFC 293's event. The payouts are based on fighters' current ongoing contract deals with the promotion. Here's a complete list of the UFC 293 salaries. Israel Adesanya, 3.54 mil. Sean Strickland, 1.53 mil. Tai Tuivasa, 860K. Alexander Volkov, 1.2 mil. Manel Kopp, 151K. Felipe Dos Santos, 66K. Justin Tafa, 265K. Austin Lane, 23K. Tyson Pedro, 175K. Anton Takali, 31K. Carlos Olberg, 155K. Daun Jung, 49K. Jack Jenkins, 31K. Chepe Mariscal, 57K. Jamie Malarkey, 101K. John McDessie, 220K. Nasrat Haqparast, 180K. And Landon Quinones, 16K.
Well, Alex, congratulations on the victory. I don't know if you know, but I think you're one of the 3rd or 4th UFC fighters to ever pull off an Ezekiel choke in there. So what are your emotions after a win like that?
Yeah, first of all, I don't know why I don't have any bonuses tonight. So probably like all the fans in comments I saw, they're saying this, that I have to. It was like my very first submission in the UFC. It was a very good performance with striking, with a really dangerous striker, and all stadion was supporting him. So I don't know why I don't have any bonuses. So it's like question to I don't know who.
I have to clear this. You know, I'm not taking on the UFC. I know the powers that be. I'm not taking on Dana. They have their ways of doing things, and it's a business, and they run it extremely well. But what I am saying is, I honestly don't feel like Dana White knew who I was up until the Whittaker win. I honestly don't know. I don't think he knew who Dricus Du Plessis was up until after that win. And after winning that fight, I went into that fight injured. And I declared to them, listen, I cannot go through a camp. I was injured my foot 3 weeks before the Whittaker fight, flew out, fought the fight, had a great performance. The hard work was done. I didn't spend the whole camp injured. But to go into another camp immediately injured for the world title, I don't think that's justified. I don't think it's fair to be at all be pissed off with me. I don't want to put on a bad performance. I don't want to have a half-assed camp. I want to have Great camp. At least start my camp healthy because nobody gets into the cage healthy. At least start my camp healthy.
What's your thoughts on kind of the main event this week?
Well, I love it. I made it.
How different it might be. You know, it's a very unique rematch. Valentina coming
Yeah.
back, lost, flyweight.
You're talking about the #1 pound-for-pound fighter in the world for females, the first ever female Mexican world champion, taking on one of the greatest female fighters ever, one of the greatest fighters of all time. She already beat her once, so the rematch is fucking awesome and very exciting for that division, and obviously very exciting for Mexico.
Маунта на сопернике и размещаемся так, чтобы ваша правая рука проходила под шею оппонента. При этом очень важно, чтобы ваши челюсти, вот челюсть моего соперника и моя, находились примерно на одном уровне. Не сильно далеко вперед, тогда удушающий получится хуже. Теперь головой и челюстью отжимаем шею соперника в сторону, чтобы образовалось вот такое пространство. В это пространство вставляем нижнюю часть своего кулака костяшками и закрываем рукой замок. Теперь, растягивая оппонента и вкручивая кулак в шею соперника, нашептываем ему на ухо. Тише, тише.
Guys, I'm here in studio. Hap just gave me a lesson in the cutest way possible about how me versus Conor McGregor is going to go. Check it out. All right, explain it.
This is Conor McGregor, and he has 0. This is that man. He had one. He has 1,000,000 points.
A million?
And I ride 1,000,000.
Okay.
And then I ride 0.
That is great.
And this is guess, so that means he was somewhere different.
Okay.
And this means that, so he lives somewhere where we live.
Okay. So he's the guest, and he has 0 points, and I have 1,000,000.
Mm-hmm.
1,000,000. That's awesome. Good job, buddy.
Here are the top 3 memes we found on the internet. Thanks for watching. If you like the content, smash that like button and don't forget to subscribe to stay in the talk.